Today you learn how to draw Elsa and Anna Frozen 2 step by step coming up in this video. Hi ToppyTots, it's me Sammy, and in Today Follow My Lines I'll show you how to draw Elsa and Anna from Frozen 2 step by step in the video. But before we begin, stop what you are doing and subscribe now. Hit that bell and make sure you stay to the very end as we have a Frozen 2 giveaway! Okay, so as always I'm starting with a pencil and I've just made a quick sketch of where I want Anna and Elsa to be. Just a guideline, and then I'm going to start adding these details in, working with her braid, which is like teardrop shapes downwards next to each other to make that braid. And we're going to do some swoopy hairlines, just making big C curves, and then we'll connect them all together to create her hair. Elsa's hair is a lot of fun to draw. I really enjoyed this. So in Frozen 2, Anna and Elsa have new costumes, which is also super fun to try and draw. Are you going to go see Frozen 2? Vote yes or no below. Alright, I've got the outline of Elsa's hair and her outfit, and I'm just darkening it up now. Alright, let's move on to Anna. I'm just lining it up with Elsa, so you'll see me go back and forth with the pencil to check it's in the same line as Elsa. So I just checked the hairline, then went back and forth and lined it up, and kind of lined the forehead up and came round. Anna has a new hairdo. It's really fun too, and her hair's grown and it's flowy and blowing in the wind. So that's what we're doing now. We're just adding movement to her hair by taking it out from the side of her body. She has a really neat costume too, so you're about to see that as well. Okay, so I'm just darkening all that up and you're starting to really be able to see those lines now. And once again, don't worry, when I go over in pen, you're going to be able to see it even clearer. So who would you like us to draw next? Okay, on to Anna's costume. So she actually has this cloak. So I'm just drawing the lines across here. This was a little bit more complicated than Elsa's because it has a lot of detail. Anna's hand is just going to be holding her cloak right here. Now I'm just lining her up with Elsa on the other side and working again on that collar area, getting her shoulder lined up with her sister. I'm going to make a few adjustments and try and connect it all together. Adding the detail, that's always fun. Here we go, coming down here, putting her little brooch on there. Can't wait to see what's on that brooch in the movie. And then she has a chain across to hold her cape on. And then she has these cute little details that she just did little loops. Okay, back to Elsa's face. I'm just using her face as a guide. So I'm drawing these lines across, as you can faintly see, to get her eyebrows, eyes, mouth, all in the right line with her ears. So there goes one eyebrow. And I'm going to use that line as a guide, which is across the top of her ears, to put her eye in. Same thing on the other side. And then these lines down here to add her nose. and that lower line that I created just before the jawline to put her mouth in. Adding a few details here because she has these beautiful snowflakes or stars on the costume and these little gems as always down her dress, like a sparkly. Her outfit is pretty similar blue, but it definitely has a lot of style to it. Okay, onto Anna, same thing. Because she's facing a slightly different angle, I'm doing a guideline up the face curved, and then I'm doing curved lines across the face. Adding the eyebrows in. And then using those guidelines to get that nose in place so I know where the eyes and mouth go. Okay, back to the eyes. Her eyes are slightly different to Elsa's. Oh, cute freckles. Don't forget the freckles. I can't wait to draw more Frozen pictures. They are so fun. Frozen is definitely one of my favourite Disney movies. Alright, I think we're ready for some pen. Here we go. Don't forget to go follow us over on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Hashtag ToppyTots. Alright, so I used a piece of paper under my hand just so I didn't smudge that pencil all over and try and keep my work clean. So you'll see that piece of paper just under my hand, my resting hand, and you'll find that really does help to keep your picture clean and not smudgy. Alright, so you can just follow these black lines now. And you see the nice curved shapes I'm making for the braid. Very easy, very effective. I sped this up so you can pause it at any point to follow these lines. Once again, with the pencil to pen, there might be a few changes as I notice what I want to change when I put the pen down. Just remember, pen is permanent and the pencil you can rub out. You can erase. That's why I always start with pencil. Alright, just adding the details. Okay, let's finish up her face and hair. I'm just using a very fine Sharpie pen for this one because there was more detail. If I used a thicker pen, it was just a little bit harder to show those details. It's really coming together now. I can't wait to colour. I left the eyes because they are the hardest bit for me to draw, so I'll come back to those in a minute. Let's get to Anna and draw her fun costume. Just following all my pencil lines, going over with the pen, being careful as I do it. Okay, just gonna finish up these lines so we can get to colouring. Yay, it's colour time! And I'm using water pencils. Starting with a very light yellow just to tint Elsa's hair because her hair doesn't have much colour, but as I got white paper I wanted to show up, so I added a very pale yellow and then I'll just add some shadows so her hair really stands out. So I went with like a golden shade. It didn't really work, so now I'm trying a brown for a shadow. But I really don't want her hair to become a warm blonde when her hair is very silvery blonde, so I went in with a very dark grey instead, and that really gave it the cool tones that I needed to be Elsa's hair, and I preferred that so much better. So that's a tip for you, try and stay away from the warm colours because Elsa's hair is very cool. So with these pencils you can actually use them as colour pencils and shade with them, or well, once you're done then you can add water and they become a watercolor paint, so that's really cool. Alright, so I had quite a selection of blues to choose from, and I'm just working with this blue to go over the main area of her outfit. And I'm just pressing harder on the pencil to add some shading. So that's all you need to do with your pencil colours. If you want it darker, just go over a little bit more or press a little bit harder when colouring. Okay, I chose another blue now just to add a different dimension to her outfit. Around all the details to make them stand out. This was so fun to do. I haven't used watercolour pencils for a very long time and I really enjoyed it. I think it took a little bit longer than pens, but the outcome is great. Choosing a different blue for her eyes, adding some grey and light blue around, working up from dark to light. Went with a brown for her eyebrows, and I'm going to use very pale pink very pale skin tone and add pink for her lips and mouth. So I'm just shading very lightly because she is very pale, but I want her facial features just to stand off the paper just a little bit. You'll see as it builds up. So just around all the pen lines, I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to make her look more real life. Add some pink blush to her. And the purple eyeshadow. That was really fun. I really enjoyed blending some eyeshadow on. Adding a little bit of grey on the outer side of the eyes. Going over with just a darker colour to darken up her skin, just around where her clothes and hairline is to create some shadows. Adding some dark grey shadows to her gems on her costume to make them stand out a little bit. Right, we're on to Anna. I started off with this reddish colour. She has this kind of pink lining, reddy pink lining on the inside of her cape, and her cape is actually a purple colour. It's a purpley red colour, so I added some red to start off with. You can just go straight in with purple. What is your favourite colour? I really love Anna's costume. I want it for myself. Right, onto her dress. I used a brown to add a little bit more colour. It is more black in the movie, but I wanted to keep it lighter for the picture. Her dress underneath this kind of black layer is a mustard yellow colour, so I'm using orange and yellow to create a mustardy colour, and then I'm just following all the details and lines that I've created. Just laying that red down first. And now going in with my purple. So I wanted it to be a fun, brightish purple, so I added that red first. To add some movement and colour, as you can see how the red just peeks through and gives it some movement. If you want to try these colours yourself, just check in the description below and I've added the link. They are really enjoyable, smooth to use, quick and easy, and they seem very good quality. They didn't break on me once. Right, Anna has a little bit darker skin, so I was able to add a bit more colour to Anna. Just going over very lightly because she is pale too, and then build it up. That's the nice thing about the pencil colours, you can just build it up. Start off light and then go darker. Greenish eyes, I use this kind of seafoam green colour, then I add some dark green to the bottom. And now I'm working on trying to find the perfect colour for her hair, as it's an Albany brown colour. So I'm adding some brown, I'm adding some orange. Her hair was a lot of fun to colour. So I'm with a light shade as always, and then you build up to dark shades. So I'm laying this colour down first, and then I'm going to lay the orange towards the lower line to give it some dimension and make the hair look more like movement and shine. Adding a darker orangey red in now, and making sure to leave some light bits peeking through. Just adding that shading to the eye again with the grey and darkening up the skin. Okay, so the background needs something, so I'm going to add some leaves, because if you've watched the trailers you'll know there's a lot of leaves blowing around. I'm not sure what Anna's power is going to be or what all the leaves blowing around mean, but it's fun. I can't wait to find out. So these are really quick and easy to draw. You can see I just did different shapes and just did them in different directions, flying in the background. If you click now, you'll be able to watch our complete Frozen playlist, because I've done a few pictures already. Okay, just colouring these in autumn colours, reds and orange and purples and browns to go with the picture. Don't forget to stay to the end to enter our competition, our giveaway. Just darkening up a few areas. This is a water brush I'm using just to go over all that pencil colour to turn it into paint. So you'll see the colours start becoming more vibrant as I go over them. These brushes are linked below. They're really super fun, no mess to use. The water's actually in the paintbrush. I'm using a thinner brush around the eyes and then going over the skin. So once again, with these pencils you can either leave them as a colour or you can go over them with water and make them into a paint, which is just so fun to blend everything together a bit more smoother. So I'm just carefully going around all the areas I want to turn to paint. And as you can see, it makes the colours just that much more vibrant. As always, I'm going to add some magic to the picture, so make sure you stay and watch that. Wow, look at that hair now I've added the water. Doesn't it look great? It looks so fun and colourful. Once again, use a thinner brush for the eyes. And now moving on to that cape, and that purple is so pretty. Okay, it's glitter time! I told you, let's add some magic. So squeezing some glue over the picture around where the leaves are, and sprinkling my favourite glitter that is linked in the description below. Adding some purple and sprinkling it all over that glue. Give it a little shake. Okay, time for the giveaway! All you have to do is be a subscriber and let us know who your favourite Frozen 2 character is in the comments. In November, we will draw a name for your choice of a Frozen 2 movie ticket or toy. It's our biggest giveaway ever! Go to the comments right now!